Welcome. Welcome. I forgot the. So I watched the last video to see how good 60 frames looked, and didn't really actually look that great. And I forgot to turn it back to 30. We'll go with it. Why not try to see if we can actually get through one episode where it doesn't show issues. Though I will say that this time it shows an excellent connection. Last time it did not. And I wonder if that is part of it. But, welcome everybody. We are going to try to do a mission or two tonight before dinner calls, which I think I have about an hour and a half. So, what have I been doing? I have slowly worked on the Klingon in my Admiralties. As you see, I have a whole bunch ready to go. I've kind of lucked out ever since I think when I hit 6. I've been able to complete the Admiralty in just having one set of stuff all queued up. So that's nice. Getting the Rhode Island has been nice too. So as of right now, my epics that I have are basically all of these. The new one being the Rhode Island. If you don't know, Sally Ride is over by the Narada one. It's over by Archer System. In the Naranda, I think it's Naranda system. This Voyager is from Delta. This is from the Gamma. But yeah, so slowly increasing my things. Most of these are from the Phoenix boxes. One of the things I would suggest when you open up some Phoenix boxes. It's giving me the warning now. But yeah, so I would suggest open up the Phoenix boxes and getting those if you're trying to complete your Admiralty. It's actually one of the reasons when they announced the new Admiralty cards for the different holdings, I was actually really excited for those until I realized that they're like 500 or something like that. Like it's either 200 or 500,000 fleet credits, and that's just absolutely effing ridiculous, especially since a fleet ship is just 20, and that's an actual ship, and you can basically get those for one reason or another. You get 13 of them free for completing a rep. Part of the tier 6 up here is you gain access to claiming a fleet module, and so you get 13 of those just off of your rep. So getting fleet ships is not completely hard, and yeah, so I think they dropped the ball on that one. They really should have dropped that down to just because it's the card, just make it 20 fleet credits. That's all you had to do, because you're not getting a ship out of it. You're getting the benefit of using the holding specific ships within your Admiralties. Yeah, and I don't think anybody's even come close to being crazy enough to spend 500 fleet credits or fleet marks or fleet credits on those ships. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But that's all I've been doing the last couple of days is just that, just trying to get some of the stuff done. I've been not doing these two together, the duty officer stuff and that at the same time, just because I don't have enough time in my day to think about both. I have started working on my endeavors though, which I really need to catch up on both my accounts actually. So that was one of the things I did today. Got Forged in Fire as my universal on both accounts, which means probably most people get them, though I don't think everybody gets the same all at once. But yeah, I completed those out today, and so now it's time to do Time in the Bottle. I don't remember this. This mission is hard if you have lower gear, and I don't remember ever doing this with Mark 15 gear or or Kamarkis for that matter. Kamarkis changes everything. Maybe I did it when I did the Delta, because I think I would have had to complete with the Delta storyline, but we'll see. Time to go. I'll also say, if you do like what you see, give me a like. If you like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll get notified when I'm streaming. A big thank you for those who have subscribed to me. I have jumped up to 42, so really happy about that. That's actually kind of exciting.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
I just did my last one I'm going to be able to do of the Fall of the Old Ones. Not going to say that I'm sad, though. And then we're going into a Red Alerts, which is kind of nice. Nothing like some good old-fashioned mindless beat-em-ups. Understood.
May I help you? Oh, wait, you must be. I'm sorry, but the business facilitator is busy at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
We had an appointment.
Yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on the sale of a rare Delta Quadrant artifact, and cannot be disturbed.
Doesn't Quinn want to hear an offer from a combined financial resources of Starfleet, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic?
Maybe, let's see, it was something. Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now. Artifacts from cultures the Vatwar wiped out are particularly valuable. Quinn's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. Now, that profit-sharing plan he promised me hasn't materialized, but is it my place to complain?
I know you're just doing your job, but it's very important that we get the artifact. Please.
I'm sorry, but my instructions were very clear.
There must be something we could do for you in exchange.
Well, I'm sorry, but I need this job. I'm trying to save up enough for a ticket off this station.
I'll arrange transportation for you anywhere you'd like to go, free of charge.
You can? What am I saying? You have a starship, of course you can. Go on ahead. Quinn and the other buyer are in the cargo bay, but you better hurry. They were trying to get the deal finalized before you could stop them. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting us pass. My crew will make arrangements with you. Oh, Quinn. Quinn. Double-crossing me, Quinn?
Not so fast. The gentleman with the rather imposing associates over there has just made a very competitive offer for the device. Care to make a counterbid?
I'll make it worth your time to do exclusively with me.
You said there weren't any other buyers, Quinn. Now what do I see? Starfleet stooges here to cause trouble. Guards, get these riffraff out of here so I can conclude my deal in peace.
I'm not leaving without the device. Okay, Quinn. Ready to have a serious conversation?
Fine. I'll add what I was going to pay those guards to my offer.
Hold it! I am not son of Grand Nagus Ron. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me, or I ask my father to have a word with the liquidators about your poor business practice.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the step. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my best offer. How about we agree on a price, and you get your Delta Quadrant doodad, and I leave? Everyone's happy.
Not so fast, Quinn.
No? Fine. How about I answer your questions, and maybe then I get to leave? But let's get on with it. Every minute I stand here, I'm losing a strip of latinum. Time is a very valuable commodity.
What do you know about this relic?
The device is Krenim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Krenim Imperium. Constructed sometime in the mid-22nd century, if I had to take a guess. Strange piece of technology. I haven't seen anything else like it. Highly advanced, and it has hallmarks of Krenim work, but it's, odd. Definitely odd.
What happened to the Krenim?
The Vatlar, that's what. At one point, the Krenim Imperium held more than 200 star systems in the Delta Quadrant. They lost some of that territory in a couple wars, but Overall, they were doing well. Not the biggest business in the quadrant, but not the smallest either. When the Vardwar started their war, Gaul took a special interest in the Krenim. Bombed them back to the Stone Age, and then some. As far as anyone knows, the Krenim are basically extinct these days.
Where did you get the device?
I picked it up from a Talaxian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Kayana system. That was it. There used to be a Krenim colony there, but it's gone now, just like the rest of their empire.
Gone? The Valdwar destroyed them?
The Talaxian wasn't very clear on that. He just said, gone. If I'd asked any more questions, he might have increased his price.
Anything else?
As a show of good faith to the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for free. But don't let this get around. It would ruin my reputation as a businessman. The device emits some unusual energy readings. The shielding may have malfunctioned, or maybe it's not fully operational anymore. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm selling it as an antique. As is, and no refunds.
What kind of unusual energy readings?
Do I look like a member of the Vulcan Science Academy to you? I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship. Now, may I go so we can put all this unpleasantness behind us? I want to drown my sorrows in a comet cocktail and think about all the profit I didn't earn today.
Go. Stay out of trouble. How'd you do that?
Don't let the staff of office and these good looks fool you. I'm here as a Starfleet officer, and I don't normally flaunt my family connections. But in this case, it seemed like the best way to solve the problem. So I borrowed my dad's second best staff.
Thanks for the assist. I didn't look at Ogul was going to let us purchase this artifact while I was still in the room.
Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vardwar purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device.
Agreed. Now we should do about that force field.
Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth the Latinum we paid for it. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure in the system that the control protocols won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field.
And you're the son of the Grand Nagus?
It's true. My father is Grand Nagus Rom. I don't normally have much to do with his business dealings, but in this instance, a little show seemed to be the best way to solve our problem.
How'd you end up in Starfleet?
I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a maintenance tech. Like my father, I preferred engineering to business. Captain Sisko helped me get into the academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. Then my Grand Mogi started seeing Grand Nagus Zek, and there were a lot of changes on Ferenginar. When Zek decided to retire, he thought my dad would be the right person to see them through.
I see.
Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vardwar purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device.
Agreed. Now what we should do about this force field?
Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth the Latinum he paid for it. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure in the system that the control protocols won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field.
Just overload the EPS conduits. It isn't really very secure at all, is it?
I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there. Now that the power flow is disrupted, we can override the administrative access requirement.
Right. I'll overrode the controls next.
The controls are, yes, over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this. The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. Think I'm getting something. This is definitely Krenim in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base code, almost like a signature. And that strange energy Quinn was talking about is actually chronotons. A lot of chronotons. And chronotons mean temporal manipulation. This little box just got a lot more interesting.
I hate temporal mechanics.
I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the Kiana system. From what I understand, Voyager sent an away team to the Kiana system a few weeks ago, but they encountered some resistance and were forced to pull back before they can find what they were looking for. But now that we have this, maybe we'll be able to find what remains of the Krenim, if there's anything left to find.
Understood. I'll see you in the Delta Quadrant.
I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. I'll keep working on it and let you know if I learn anything more.
Perhaps we can find something here that can explain it.
Voyager's preliminary scans of the system turned up a number of anomalies, but nothing conclusive. According to Krenim records, though, there's supposed to be an M-class planet in this system. We're not reading anything like that on the sensors.
Maybe the planet's the source of the asteroids. We're also picking up some wreckage.
Could be. Let's check that wreckage out first. It might give us a better idea of what happened out here. And we should be on the lookout for Vodwar. Preliminary scans indicate they've been actively patrolling through this system.
Agreed. Set a course for the wreckage around the asteroid.
Keep an eye out for Vodwar. They're still patrolling this area. If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vodwar on an intercept course. Small society. There had to be a reason the Vodwar went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range. There are more Vodwar on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them. I suggest we use the mineral content of the asteroids I've marked to conceal our energy signatures. Vodwar sensors aren't as good as ours. Most of their technological advantage appears to be directed toward making better weapons. So it should work, as long as we don't attract their attention before we get out of their path.
Good idea. Let's try using the asteroids for cover.
must be looking for that Vardwar patrol. I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way. Herald's inbound. The Vaudouar must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigations. There was something about the Krenim that was such a threat to the Vaudouar and the Iconians that they're still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology, or maybe unlock what we have, we might be able to find out what is so important. That could be something the Alliance can use against the Iconians. I recommend that the Chimera and your ship patrol the outer system while we take an away team to the surface. I'll bring the device and keep trying to learn more about it.
Agreed. My team will meet you there.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. I'm starting to come up with a theory, but I need some more data. I recommend we take some additional scans.
Agreed. There's something here. We just need to find it.
Exactly, but we need to be quick. Those patrols we encountered in orbit will be missed soon. I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact, but warn us if more ships arrive.
Agreed. Pick the areas for scanning. Let's get going.
These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead. These anomalies have a shape, like a warp field, but not quite the same. The only other place I've seen sensor readings like this was in the wormhole.
Fall back, Bozeman. We'll deal with the heralds already here.
There, behind those rocks. Hurry! They'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready.
Oh, speak to Nod.
I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it working, I should be able to conceal us.
Work quickly.
Here they come! almost there. Just one more connection and that should...
You know what? I really need to change whatever skill that is. One of these guys has a mortar, and that is not what I want on my bridge officers. And I think I've realized it before, just not really thought about it. Probably means it's something I'm going to do after this mission. Let's go up here. That's not what I want to do.
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time.
Horrible pun.
It's taken me some time to convince the Krenim to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device could remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how we perceive time in here is a little different than outside. That's why the Heralds can't see us. We're out of their timelines. Out of all timelines, in fact. While we're here, it's almost like we don't exist.
Not existing is it an improvement?
No one's shooting at us. I think that's a good thing. The Krenim are... they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaadwaur has made them suspicious. But they're willing to talk to us if we help them stabilize the temporal energy. I suggest we help. I wouldn't want to be in here if the fields collapse.
Let's talk to the Krenim.
I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaadwaur or the Heralds. This does not, however, assure me that you will be allies to my people. The Krenim have lost much. Our empire is gone, and our people have been killed or scattered. We are what remains, and I will do whatever I must to protect this system, even if it means leaving you to face the Heralds alone.
What can we do to prove ourselves?
You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack, but there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment fail, this location will be instantly overrun by Heralds. If that happens, none of us will survive.
How can we assist you?
More of our emitters must be realigned, and there are other pieces of equipment my people are already working to repair. Assist my team, and then we will talk again.
Understood.
Hold this. No, hold it right next to the bracket, or the spanner won't... There. Got it, thanks. Something is putting too much stress on these components. I'm not sure what it is, but we don't have enough spare parts to keep rebuilding this transceiver. Grab a tricorder and run a level 3 diagnostic. Maybe there are some microfractures. If we can find and repair those, this should hold out until I can fabricate a new unit.
Can I ask you about this technology? Why are you having so many problems with it?
Anorak's original designs are for a temporal field that's big enough for a ship, sizable but finite. We've adapted the tech to cover much larger areas, but that makes the field more unstable, and we had to get everything operational before the Vaadwaur found us. So we cut some corners. A lot of corners. We're making updates and repairs as fast as we can, but we can't afford a failure. This tech is the only thing keeping us alive.
I understand. No. What do you need help with?
Hold this. No, hold it right next to the bracket.
Sure, I'll help. So, scan. Formulate, and then repair.
That should do it.
No thank you, anything like that? Just a dead stare. Kind of curious. So we came up this way. This is completely off the beaten path, but I haven't ever actually searched this way. Does it actually take you back down? Okay. All right. Educational. Let's see if we can actually get these fixed. I think these final two are just a click and scan. Why, hello there.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline. If they fail completely, we could end up lost in time. Grab a hyperspanner. We need to get this fixed before the drift coefficient moves out of the safe zone.
Can I ask you something? For an Imperium, the Crenum doesn't seem to have a lot of resources.
The Imperium was at its peak in the mid-22nd century. At that time, it controlled more than 900 planets, and our territory spread across more than 5,000 parsecs. Then came the Rilnar, and the Zal, and the Garanor, the Mawasi, and the Nahydron. Our wars chipped away at us, carving one planet after another away from the Imperium. There were only 27 planets left when the Vaadwaur came. Now, almost everyone on those worlds is gone too.
I understand. Now, what did you need help with?
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline. If they fail completely, we could end up lost in time. Grab a hyperspanner. We need to get this fixed before the drift coefficient moves out of the safe zone.
I'll do what I can to help.
put the next location on your tricorder.
Oh. It's like, what the heck is that? Just a creature with its head stuck in the dirt. You guys saw it, right? I think it is this, but just a little modified.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the temporal flow. If we had a contained space like the technology was originally designed for, this wouldn't be a problem. But we keep pushing the boundaries of what these flow modulators will do. I'm rerouting the power to take stress off the damaged couplings. But first, we need to get this capacitor aligned and ready for the transfer.
Who invented this technology?
The temporal technology was developed by a scientist named Anorax. He's still a mystery, even to us. We know he was a ship commander in the Imperium fleet and a genius in temporal mechanics, and that he started work on his inventions in the late 22nd century after our war with the Rilnar. Perhaps he saw temporal manipulation as a way to change our fortunes. We know he was working towards weaponizing his designs, and I can tell from what little I've seen that it is possible. But full access to his data is restricted, so I don't know the full capabilities of his work.
Sounds like a brilliant, troubled man now. What do you need help with?
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the temporal flow. If we had a contained space like the technology was originally designed for, this wouldn't be a problem. But we keep pushing the boundaries of what these flow modulators will do. I'm rerouting the power to take stress off the damaged couplings. But first, we need to get this capacitor aligned and ready for the transfer.
I'll do what I can to assist.
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
You've shown you're willing to help. Now perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
How?
We have Anorax's plans, but not the... Interesting. The Heralds are opening a gateway.
What?
The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One. It appears they used a cloaking device and escaped.
You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart.
As you command.
An interesting development.
These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet. And yet they injured even you, Ticket. I advise caution. They are more dangerous than they appear.
We should bring their worlds asunder. Spill Valiant's blood until it fills the oceans. It is time to strike. continue with our plan, the whole must be as one. The whole must be as one. The attack on Iconia broke our unity. We were divided, diminished, weak. The others saved us from oblivion, but it took centuries to rebuild our bonds. We cannot risk more loss. The whole must be as one. The campaign will continue as planned.
They couldn't see us? There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were completely safe.
You're right. This could be what we need.
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most innocuous of changes can ripple through reality in unexpected ways.
You're talking about advanced temporal theory.
My people and I have made Anorax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region of space. If only we could recreate that vessel.
What vessel?
Anorax designed a ship, a wondrous vessel that could manipulate the time streams and erase elements in an attempt to bring about a desired result. Our records show that he even attempted to use this vessel to restore the Krenim's fortunes, but he was defeated by an unknown alliance. Afterward, the Krenim Imperium declined, as perhaps was its fate all along. We were diminished, but content to let time progress as it would. Until the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur destroyed all Krenim colonies in this area?
The first Krenim worlds to fall managed to warn the others. When the Vaadwaur came, we hid ourselves in the time stream. It was the only way we survived. Before the Vaadwaur arrived, we were working on a relic. It was a replica of Anorax's time ship. With it, we could have gone back and eliminated the Vaadwaur threat before it even began.
Why haven't you done so already?
The Vaadwaur's assault on the Imperium took too much from us. Now we possess Anorax's work, but not the means to bring it to life. You have seen what our technology can do. We have the designs. You have the manpower and the materials. Perhaps your governments would be interested in mutual cooperation. Allow us a chance to undo what the Vaadwaur did, and we will give you something that will erase your enemies from time itself.
Generous offer, but it's one we need to consider carefully. Do you want to risk all of we have left for a chance at success?
There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ship. But this is huge. A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vaadwaur? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can erase entire civilizations like they never existed? This could change the entire war. We could have a chance now.
Bozeman, we're ready to beam up. We found the Crenum. I'll explain as soon as we're back on board.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing sounds intriguing. You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance would be interested in investigating such a thing. Personally, I approve of anything the Iconians might fear. Kapla!
Nothing really matters on this.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight. Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Crenum is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival.
The Delta Alliance.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
Alright. So we're actually going to head back to Seoul so I can try to make changes to my ground. Honestly, I really haven't found much about my ground. I've changed my space stuff. But not the ground. So, looking at that's correct, that's correct, that's correct, that's correct. No, those are correct. Excuse me. So, do I have cash? I do not. There. Just grab some EC. Don't need a lot. Actually, I can. Put these in here. Oh, don't need to put that in there. And if you're wondering why I put these in here, just for these. One of these days I'll start turning them in. I realistically just save them for whenever I get a chance or get the Universal Endeavor. Alright. So we need some ground stuff. Engineering ground. Should go see if support drone is available. So, need a turret. And then mines. And the last one really doesn't matter. Shield recharge, sure. Yeah, we'll do shield recharge. And let's go see if we can get a Mark II support drone for relatively cheap. And if not, then I'll stick with the Mark I. Support drone Mark II. I guess. Deposit 240. Search. All right. Yeah, and that was Gairm. I got to promote. Alright. So, I think with that, I am going to call it. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and give me a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You will be notified when I stream again or if I post a video. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.